Hey, not good morning, good afternoon. Hey, this is Sione, and I'm here with my wonderful friend Taliea.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
And she wanted to go ahead and we just want to chit chat and talk about our weight loss, struggles, triumphs, or whatever. So I invited her over, and my cat Predator's right here, and. Yeah, this could be a pretty open, free-flowing conversation.
Kind of chatting a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But whatever comes to our mind, so it's going to go everywhere. So buckle your seatbelts and hang on for the ride. Yeah, enjoy the ride. And this is my first beer, so let's see how many beers by the end of this video we have. So
how many beers remain?
Yep. All right, so tell us about yourself, Taliea.
Tell you about me. About to be 31, been a bigger person all my life. I've always struggled. I've always been the bigger kid. I've tried just about every diet there is to try out there. Not to much success. I've always been pretty good at maintaining. My 4-year-old keeps trying to get in the video here. She wants to be in the video too. Honey, please go over there, play with the kitties. That's pretty much it. Elora, you need to listen to mommy for serious.
Wow.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I maintained pretty good, and then I had a baby, and then after that I gained a little bit of weight. Actually, I had a pretty good pregnancy. My whole pregnancy was only from start to finish, I only gained 12 pounds. I actually stopped drinking soda when I got pregnant. I got really, really healthy. So from my start weight to my end weight, it was only 12 pounds gained because I lost that bunch of weight. I think it was 20 or 30 pounds from drinking soda, and then I slowly gained a little bit back up. So.
Did you find going from soda, dropping it, to be easy, or? When
I was pregnant, it was super easy because there wasn't that battle of, I need to do this for my health. It was, I need to do this for my baby. My baby does not need this extra sugar in my system. It was more about her, you know what I mean?
It was you had an emotional incentive.
Oh, totally. Definitely had, emotional incentive. For serious, you need to go. You're at 1 right now. I'm not even joking. Elora.
So.
Motherhood. Gotta love it. Okay, go, honey.
Say hi to the camera.
Can you say hi and then we can be done? Come say hi. Really fast. Come on. You're trying so hard to get in the video. Come say hi. Oh, you can't be shy now. So this is the reason why I first started to get healthy. Smile. Say hi. Hi. Okay, now go be with the kitties. You were in the video, now go. Thank you.
You remember that time we went to Taqueria 27?
Yes.
And then it was us three. Who was there anyone else on that?
It was your friend. I can't remember if it was Daniel or if it was Daniel's brother.
Ron? No.
It was you and Jesse waited on us.
Yeah.
And Laura was 6 months old. It was her first time in a restaurant.
And then someone goes, "Oh, congratulations!"
The cutest baby. And we had to be like, "No, she's not ours."
I was like, "Well, yes, it was." And then,
it was pretty funny.
That was a funny time. Oh no, it's not.
That's when we had fun too.
Was it Ted? Was it Ted or no? Somebody got confused.
I can't remember.
And then they got all blushed out. They're like, oh, and they got embarrassed and kind of ran away, skedaddled away.
It was pretty funny.
I remember that. But that was a funny time. That was good food. That place is still around, right?
They are.
They have 2 locations now?
Yeah. They still have that one up where we ate, and then they have that one over on Holiday right off of, I think it's Highland Drive and Walker Lane.
Yeah. That is a good place. And then Jesse's
here 27.
And Jesse is not in there no more.
No,
right?
Jesse moved to Vegas 3-4 months ago.
Huh.
He's doing good out there. I see his posts on Facebook.
I'm
they
glad.
pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say his alternative name, but...
Yeah. That might not be appropriate for the video. He goes by Jesse James now, so we're good. He changed it. It's no longer inappropriate on Facebook. So. Good. When they had that whole, change your name thing...
That was funny.
This isn't your real identity. You have to prove who you are.
Because that was funny because somebody posted something like that when that whole thing was happening. It was
because that's back when you still had that Vanderbilt name. Or whatever.
It was Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
It was the quote I saw said, "They came after the drag queens and I said nothing. They went after the DJs and I said nothing. They're after me. No. And then it's like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's because that's such a funny joke to me.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, the whole cutting soda, I can't do it. I tried it. And when I cut soda, I always had people tell me, and like I said, everyone's different, but when people always tell me, like, Siona, if you just cut soda, you'll drop like 50 pounds, no problem.
Every single person tells you that, and it's so frustrating. It's like, really?
Yeah,
and then
like,
you do it, and then like, yeah, that's the key to life. Let's just no soda, cut that out, and then you're just gonna drop. The weight's just gonna melt off of
they
you.
They make it seem like
easiness. No. It's not.
I remember I did it.
How it is. I
struggled for that month, just like mentally, because I'm so into that soda, drinking that soda, and like I think 2 pounds were lost, and I was like, "That's it, that's it. Screw this."
I've done it a couple times. I did it once before I got pregnant, and then, or like before I got pregnant, when I got pregnant, and then I've done it since after, and it has not been easy. It's definitely difficult, but the first, I'd have to say, like 72 hours are definitely the hardest, where you're just like, oh my god, I need that sugar. And for me, it's like a mental thing. If I could have something else there that's like fizzy or like
it's the
sugar, it really just depends upon like if it's at that particular moment, if you're craving the fizz factor or if you're craving the sugar factor.
I want the fizz factor 24/7.
Right?
I love it. That's all I'm all about.
Okay, it's around the corner.
So, yeah, it's like whenever you tell someone you're gonna try to lose weight, or when you're losing weight, or you're doing anything, everyone always has some advice, some weird advice they're gonna give you, like, oh, just try this next, and then your problems will be solved. And for me, weight loss has been more of a pretty much a 90% mental, maybe even more, just whole mental aspect of the game. Definitely
up in the 90s. I think it honestly, for me personally, it jumps around from day to day, because like I was telling you before we started this, sometimes I can go days, even multiple days, a couple weeks in a row, and then there will be just like that one incident where you'll be going along, plugged along all day long, did everything right, you've been hitting the gym right, been hitting your meals right, and then out of nowhere you'll just be sitting down relaxing, and I don't know, the sugar craving's just like, oh my god. You turn into like this candy monster, this sugar monster, like, I need soda, I need candy, I need it now. Yeah. And it always starts with like one little mini fun size, then it goes to a handful, then you do the whole bag.
You lose count.
And then you lose count, you look down at the wrappers, and you're like, oh my god, I really just ate that many candy bars? And then like 10 minutes later, then the pain sits in your gut, and you're like, and then it starts to hurt, and your whole body starts to feel like just total shit all over again. Yeah. And it's just like, and then the mental aspect sets in, and we're just like, oh my god, I just threw away.
You feel
that whole exercise, all those calories that I just counted, like all of it, and you feel very defeated, and it sucks.
You feel bad. You feel guilty.
Totally.
You feel embarrassed for yourself. It's so weird.
And then the anger. I'm totally get angry at myself. I'm like, really? Like, how you did so good and now you... So whatever, just throw it all away.
Very similar to what would happen to me constantly when I would go like, oh yeah, this is the week I'm starting Atkins again. And I'd go like maybe 5 days, 6 days. And then I'm like, I'll eat a bag of Doritos. And they're like, oh, that Dorito bag, man, I ruined my... I'd be like a regular bag of Doritos, but it'd be excuse enough for me in my head to be like, let's just go all out today. Yeah. And then that one day becomes 2 days, and then all of a sudden those 2 days become the week, and I'm like, I'm out of the cycle again. Yeah. So
and you're like, screw it, let's just move on. We've already done this. You might as well go get this. I'm gonna get back on the wagon on this day. Might as well, live it up for this. Rest a couple hours. Let's go have this to eat.
Yeah. No,
let's fill it up with some cheese and potatoes and grease and put all this nonsense. Yeah.
Oh man.
I totally feel you.
So, I think for me, like, you just tried again, right? Recently to be back on the.
I've been trying on like the last 2 weeks or so. I've had an instance where I was at my daughter's school and she got very angry because she's in preschool, so there's obviously other little kids, and one of them came up and asked me when I was having my baby, and I'm obviously not pregnant, and my daughter got very defensive and got very angry, and that my mom's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. And I don't ever want to embarrass my child. And she's 3, just barely had a birthday, just barely turned 4. I don't want to be that mom. I don't want to be the reason behind the horrible little children that... Yeah. Because kids are kids. We've all been there, and no matter how much you try to tell them and you try to coach them and do the right thing and like let them understand the reason why you don't say the horrible things to people that people say, but then they turn around and they see other adults do it, and so therefore they don't realize they're being hurtful, and it happens. And I don't ever want to be the pain behind my daughter's teasing if I can help it. And that's when I had the moment of, I can't play with her, I can't take her to the park, I can't run with her. I've actually been told by my doctor to not hold my daughter.
Why?
Because of my weight and her weight, when I physically pick her up and to walk with her, to put her extra 50 pounds is too much stress on my heart. And I can feel it. I can feel it in my chest.
For real?
And that's another reason why I'm like, okay, Taliea, this is it. It's no more. It's literally, for me, it's now do or die. It's change, or I'm not going to be here in 5 years. My aunt is actually a retired nurse. She's a nurse of 33 years before she had to retire. And she actually has come to me 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, I totally just like put it out of my head, just ignored it, whatever. And she actually told me, if you don't change something, I don't know if you'll be here in 10 years. And to hear that, and like, I just totally, like, don't get me wrong, I had my moment, I cried about it, but then I put it back. And now I'm revisiting that birthday dinner and her having that conversation, because even since then, I've gained weight since then. Like, I was, in the low 300s, and now I'm the biggest I've ever been in my whole life, and it's not a fun place to be. So that's where I'm at.
Who was here?
Emily.
Oh.
Yeah, door. People at the door.
Yeah, it's okay. That's the Emily you said you met before.
We can cut that part out, so don't worry.
That's fine.
Is the cat bugging you?
Hey, Emily.
Hey, how are you? Hi.
This is Taliea. This is
Hi, nice to meet you.
Laura.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I told her to come over
To what?
to make sure Khaleesi Masi doesn't scratch her.
Oh, I got you. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. So are we still going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So
We'll just have to crop it.
Yeah, I have to just cut that and then. So
It'll be an edit, and it will jump.
It'll be a hard cut.
And rolling back into it.
All right. So what were we saying? Oh yeah, that you're revisiting.
I'm definitely revisiting, trying to realize that it's not just a diet. It's not just, I'm going to do it for this amount of time, that this is 100% a lifestyle. And I now realize that I can't just do a diet for this amount of time. I can't just hit the gym for this amount of time. Like, I have to figure out a way to incorporate the meals into an everyday thing, the exercise into an everyday thing, to where it's not a daunting task, to where it's going to be fun. I got to keep it, I'm going to have to learn how to change it up, whether it be cycling at the gym, swimming, running, walking. Like, obviously in the warmer months, I'd like to definitely try to get out there and be out in nature more. If I can get in a hike, go up to Silver Lake, go to a park, be out there in fresh air, I'm definitely more about that. But in the winter months, I need to just focus on hitting the gym and lead by example. My daughter is 4 years old and is in the 90th percentile for weight. We actually had her 4-year-old checkup yesterday, and that scares me. I don't want her to follow in my footsteps and be bigger. I want her to be healthy, and I don't want her to ever have to feel like she's the chunky kid or the fat kid. And she's already noticing that she's different. She already asks me, Mommy, why does my teacher say I'm heavy, but she doesn't say the other kids are heavy? And I've tried to explain to her, well, it's because everybody has different body types. There's people that can all weigh the same amount of weight, but they all look and are shaped completely and totally different. Like, somebody can be a pear shape that, they just like that picture that's floating around online of like all the women, they're like 150 pounds, I think it is, and there's like literally like 8 of them, and they're like to the shortest to the tallest, and all different bodies, but they all weigh the same amount of weight. And it just shows you, like, and that's what I've tried to explain to her. And
that's what they say, they carry their weight.
Oh, people totally carry their weight different. And that's another thing that I absolutely hate, is people are like, oh, muscle weighs fat weight, or muscle weighs less than fat, or however they, and I'm like, no, whatever.
I hear that.
And then you look at like the thing and you see this big pile of fat, and it's like 5 pounds, and it's like this big huge loaf.
Yeah,
and you're like, really?
I've seen it.
Whatever.
I'm like, oh.
But let's look at this little 5 pound. Like, no.
Do you like going to the gym?
I like going to the gym. There's days that I like going by myself, and there's times I like going with another person. I will totally, I like going to another person where I can kind of chat and we can kind of, I like going when we can switch off on machines and we kind of have like the same routine. So then I do my set, then they do their set, and we kind of switch off, and that's when we have their break time.
Yeah.
And then both do the treadmill thing. And then there's other days when I like to go and just have my headphones in and just like hit it.
Gotcha.
Really just kind of depends on the mood.
So when you
But it's nice to go with another person because then I have the accountability, and then I can kind of hold the other person accountable, and then we both have the
workout buddies.
Yeah, the workout buddy system, because then it's easier to not, like, I can't tell you how many times I've literally gotten in my workout clothes. I go to leave, and then, like, I make it to the kitchen, and I'm like, oh, let's have this. And at least I got in my clothes, right? That's one step closer to the gym.
The hardest part of going to a gym is just getting to the gym.
Oh, definitely.
So
once I'm there, I get in the mindset very fast and very like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta get this, and this.
So for like when I'm not sure if I said this in a previous video, but the reason I started was I was just always in pain. I was just always hurting all over, and like, it would suck because like I would climb like maybe 5-6 stairs and I'd be like out of breath.
Yeah.
Like, and you wouldn't realize that you're breathing hard until you're like by yourself, like, oh dang, I'm breathing really hard. Like,
it's to the point of, I notice it on the videos I take of my daughter. I'll be trying to like be like the creeper mom in the background and watch her doing all cute and playing with her little toys or something, and then I watch the video back and I can hear my wheeze in the video.
That's crazy.
I hate it. It's to the point of I literally like, I try to like film like this. I'm like, no, I'm not even joking because I'm.
It's still funny.
It's pretty funny. Just like my laugh, I have a wheezy laugh. But she has it too, and that it's another thing that like makes me worry, and like, okay, I need to lead by example. I need to get back on top of this, doing stuff, and that's why I like to work out at home. I also do, I have like workout bands and stuff, and I like Comcast. They have those like little tutorials, the little 5-minute video clips that me and her will watch, and we do it together because she loves to work out with me. I love it.
So have you ever like, see when you try to start, what's your plan right now? What's your eating plan like?
My eating plan is eating the exact same foods, just smaller portions, and drinking water to get the stomach process flowing, to get it so it's not just me eating the food sitting there for multiple hours, and instead of processing through and my body pulling out the nutrients that it needs, it just kind of sits and processes, and then it gets like pushed aside. And that's, I think, the biggest thing with me is my stomach. If I don't drink enough water, because I have stomach issues where my stomach literally, it won't process. I've been sick before where I'll have food where I eat it 12 hours prior, and I'm like, how is this humanly possible that is still in my stomach? Like, it should only be there for 4 to 6 hours, they say typically, right? But because my stomach acids and all that so messed up, I have to. It's super weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, it's weird. My doctor was baffled by it too. She's like, how is this even possible? You ate this at one time? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But it's because my body, because it's all messed up, it doesn't put out the proper, it has the stomach acid in there, but it doesn't have the enzyme that it needs to break down the food.
Yeah.
It's super crazy.
So
I found that when I eat more water, it helps with the producing,
Well, water's great in
Water
general.
is great in general, because of hydration, but.
So when I started my thing, one of my cousins, he lost, a good amount of weight, and he would always say, like, you got to keep track of your food. You got to keep track of your food. And when I started doing that, I noticed a big difference in like actual food, how much I ate, to how much I thought I was eating. I
actually watched your video, what was it, like a week ago, where you posted that and you said that you've been putting your stuff in MyFitnessPal, and that day I literally started putting my food into MyFitnessPal, and I got like half of it, and like, no, my calories can't be gone.
Yeah.
I heard it, like, what are you talking about? My calories are gone. Like, and then the next day it got better, like, and I ate, like, oh, okay, I'm on top of it, and like, by the end of the day I was like, oh, okay, I'm good, but then I still had, like, to actually get to the gym and go, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you start realizing, like, oh, that's my goal number, and you start, shuffling things around.
Oh, totally. Like, oh, I'm not going to eat this instead of this because if I eat this, then I can't have this later.
Exactly.
And that mindset totally fits in because I would much rather have this later than eat this now. And that's the part that I'm trying to incorporate into my mindset now.
Once I bought into that myself, like, oh, I'd rather eat these 3 servings of, like, Cinnamon Toast Crunch right now because I don't care if I eat dinner later.
Yeah.
And I'll just do that instead.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that, like, it's always like, so like I tell people, I plan one really good meal a day, and I just kind of eat around it. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna snack on this all
And
day.
I've always been the type of person that eats kind of like similar to how diabetics are supposed to eat, where instead of eating 3 typical meals, I usually eat like 5 smaller meals throughout the day. I kind of a grazer, I guess, for lack of a better term.
That is a term.
I kind of like eat throughout the day. Like I'll have like a handful here, but then don't get me wrong, there's definitely like what I want, like a good hearty lunch, or it's mainly dinner. Since I've noticed since I've had my daughter, it's pretty much like I'll have a little breakfast, a little lunch, but then I want a substantial dinner. And the hard part for me is when they tell you, oh, you're supposed to eat, and then you're not supposed to go to sleep until this many hours behind it. But then with work schedule, it's hard because you get off work and then it's dinner time, and then 2 hours later it's supposed to be bedtime, and when you're supposed, and it's like, I can't stay up till 11 o'clock at night just because I ate at 7:30. Like, but when you don't get off work until that time frame, like my new job, my schedule is going to be 11 to 8. I'm not even going to be getting off until 8 o'clock.
So what time do you think you'll be eating breakfast at, if you do eat breakfast?
Probably between 8 and 9, in that range, and then I'll probably just have something right before, like a little snack before I go to lunch. Then I'll probably honestly not even eat until like my last break at lunch, and I'll probably start eating dinner at work instead of eating dinner at home with the family. Okay. So that I eat more at a normal time, because otherwise I'm not going to be eating till like 8:30. And that's not good. You're not supposed to eat and then go to sleep, because then it just, your body like shuts down when you're not digesting. It just sits in your stomach all night long, and that's not healthy. That's how you get fat.
That's a popular.
At least that's what they say.
That's one of the things you always hear. I don't know. There's always studies, like, there's always, every time you go online now, there's always something saying everything you thought about this is wrong.
Oh yeah, and then
like,
there's
everything. Like,
you can always find one person to contradict the other expert in the field. Yeah, totally.
Like the one article that made me laugh and made me think, oh, all articles are stupid, is when they said 1 glass of wine is better than an hour at the gym. I'm like, what? Who sponsored this? Like, who published this?
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
I can see it now. The girl's just like chugging a whole bottle.
Hey.
What? This is like 4 hours at the gym.
Yeah, that's right. 4 glasses of wine. That's it. But, so let's see.
Oh, I have so many friends that would love that logic right there. We'll just have we'll just have a bottle of wine. That's like going to the gym. We're good. We'll just do some crunches in the kitchen.
Wine has become like the go-to, like, cool alcohol to drink, I feel.
I don't know if it's like the taste, I kind of like acquired it with age, kind of like coffee and other things, but like I definitely have grown into where I've started drinking more wine, and I don't think it's so much a social thing, because it's where I'll actually drink wine at home alone, just like a glass, where I can drink a glass of wine and not feel like an alcoholic. If I take a shot or something else at home, like, it doesn't have that same...
The stigma.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the stigma.
It doesn't have the stigma attached to it, where, like, you feel bad doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's because the health factor, doctors are like, oh, it's good for your heart.
Big wine. Yeah. Big wine paying all those doctors.
Yeah. People can be a wino and be an alcoholic just as much. And let me tell you, it's not a good feeling to wake up after wine hangovers are horrible.
I've tried wine like 2 or 3 times, and I just don't like it. I like grape juice more than I like wine.
Yeah.
But if I want to if I want to drink, I just like beer. Probably because I can just control myself and figure out what's going on. So.
Well, if I'm in a drink, like, I think maybe that's the difference. But with me, I'll drink wine. I don't so much drink it to get drunk. I drink it more as a relaxing. It's kind of like, okay, just get a little bit of a buzz versus I'm gonna get hammered. I'm gonna take a bunch of shots. Like, let's get some vodka shots lined up. Like, let's get this party going.
So, in this series right now, what we're trying to do is, like, I told Talia the name of this show. I want to call it the gut check. So basically, I'm trying to get people who are trying to lose weight or struggling or with whatever, and we can just chit chat about what they're going through and what their plan is from this moment forward. So now is the part where I'm going to ask her, like, what do you want to do from this point on? Like, what are we going to, like, how do you feel?
I need to get my butt to the gym at least 3 to 5 times a week. I realize you got to have rest days, but even if I just go and walk either on the treadmill or in the pool, because I realize right now with my size, it's not good to go in and just like hit it hard. Like,
that's the biggest mistake people do.
And I've been told you do not like right now. I'm not supposed to ride on the bike because my knees, my weight factor, my knees make this awesome clicky sound because all the soda that I drink over the years, the Mountain Dew.
You feel that too.
The Mountain Dew had ate my cartilage out of my knees, so you hear it and you feel it. Like I literally have to wear knee braces. So it's horrible, and I did it to myself, and I laugh about it, but I'm like, literally. But when you drink. You remember those big 64-ounce mugs?
Yo, I used to
drink 5 of those a day of Code Red Mountain Dew, and this was back, 10 years ago, and then it slowly has decreased, and now I'm down to like a 52-ounce, maybe 2 of those a day of Dr. Pepper. I have switched, which, like I mentioned to you earlier, the heartburn 100% went away when I took the Mountain Dew out of my diet.
Why don't you?
But I plan on just soda. Yes, I'm never gonna not drink soda. I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore.
Have you tried switching to diet soda?
I cannot get past the taste.
It is a different taste.
It is a very different taste. And maybe it's just because, it'll come through. It's happened, because I always order, even my daughter, she laughs, Mommy wants a large Dr. Pepper Easy Ice. And that's what I order. And sometimes they hear, I don't know if they mess it up, but sometimes I'll get the Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'll take the big swig of it, and it's not the same. I can't do it. So I've just decided instead of switching to a diet or a caffeine-free or something like that, I'm just going to cut down the amount of it, which has definitely happened.
That'll help too.
And I try buying canned soda because a 12-ounce can is easier for me to have versus my big, drink, because then I can kind of control it a little bit more.
That makes sense.
So that's one aspect of when I'm at work, I buy 12-ounce sodas and I have those, and I try to only have 2 to 3 of those a day, and I'm trying to slowly cut it down to even 1 a day, because I've done it, but soda's not one of the things that I 100% want to cut out of my diet. That may change further down the line, but right now, I just plan on eating the exact same food, but cutting down my portion dramatically and eating more water with the meal to help fill up my stomach and help it process.
How many calories did MyFitnessPal tell you?
MyFitnessPal told me it's like 2,800, I think, something like that.
And that's to maintain or to lose?
That's to lose, and try to lose 3 pounds a week. Or a month. I'm not sure how I think it goes by week, right?
Yeah, it's a week. So 2,800?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good amount.
Yeah, that's a lot of calories, trust me. And I realize that. I'm a big girl and I have a big appetite.
Because I'm at 2,100 right now.
Yeah.
But I'm always being aggressive with it. So.
Yeah.
And then your eating style is just going to be basically just the same foods, only less?
Don't get me wrong. I'm going to try to obviously, when I go out to fast food restaurants, I try to obviously get the grilled chicken over the fried chicken. I try to get
it saves you calorically numbers.
Yeah, I'm really big on that. And I try to, if I can, I try to not to eat the bread. I'd rather switch it out for a tortilla or something like that. We do a lot of chicken and rice at our house. My dad actually has gout. So he can't eat a lot of beans. He can't eat a lot of red meat.
Terrible for gout.
Beans are horrible. And I love, and it's getting into the colder seasons. I want to make chilies. I want to make, baked beans. I want to make all these things that are like warm comfort food that you associate with the holidays. And I can't do it because my dad has gout. And it's to the point of he says his shin bone feels like it's going to explode. My dad's gout is so bad. You look at his hands, and he looks like he has all these horrible, weird bumps, and they look like calluses, and it's not. It's all gout on his hands.
He has gout on his hands? What else?
On his hands, on his knee. He literally looks like he has a baseball on the side of his knee. It looks like he has 2 knees. I will send you a picture. It's crazy. He has it in his toes. He says he feels like his toes are just going to explode, and he has it really bad in his shin bones. He says his shins feel like they are literally just going to explode like a stick of dynamite. And he has found that peas are really, really bad for gout as well. Because I think it's called is it like the pralines? Is that what they call it? The caloric acid. Purines. Okay.
Like so pralines is like sugared candy nuts.
My brain switched it up. Okay, I knew it started with a P.
Let me tell you this. So my friend Tim, #RealTalkTim, Tim told me once that his uncle has gout. And when I told Tim that I have gout, he's like, "Oh, do what my uncle does. Just drink Powerade and whiskey. Clears it right up." I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work for my dad. My dad's 32 years sober, so
gotcha.
Not an option for him.
So maybe the Powerade, not the whiskey.
I've heard that you're supposed to eat that or drink I'm kind of probably going to pronounce it wrong. It's that turmeric, that seasoning. Turmeric. You drink that, a tea of that, a really powdered, you break it down, it's really concentrated, and you brew a tea of that, and it's supposed to really, really help. My dad, he also drinks this stuff called Redmond Clay. It's out of southern Utah. It's literally...
Welcome back to Gout Talk. Sorry about that. The memory card cut out in the middle of our Gout Talk, so you didn't get to hear our bean conversations or anything like that. But so we're gonna smash cut forward to where we are now. I'm on my third beer, and she brought up something. It was something about saboteurs, like our support group, people within our close friends and family who know that we're struggling and they know that we're trying to be on track again. And if you want to expand on that.
Well, like I was just mentioning, I don't know if they do it, if they realize they're doing it, or if it's a subconscious thing. But me personally, I noticed it happening within my family unit. So I actually had a couple friends. I said, let me know if I'm legitimately seeing this or if I'm reading too much into it. Like, the next time I try to get healthy, let me know if this person in my family really is buying more cookies and buying more fatty foods and stuff like that, or if they really are going to be supportive, or if it's just in my head, am I reading into it too much? And I had them notice, and it was 100%. And so I don't know if she realizes subconsciously, because I don't think it's she goes shopping and I'm going to buy these brownies, and I'm going to buy this chocolate cake, and I'm going to go home and tempt Taliea, and she's not going to make her goal.
I don't think
it's anything like that at all.
I don't think there's any.
I don't know if it's like a craving or like what it is, but like and I've brought it to her attention, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I really am doing that. I didn't even realize. And like, I think once I've brought it to her attention, now it's definitely, the issue's gone away. She's definitely 100% more supportive.
So when you brought it to
I brought it to her attention, she was like, perfect. I didn't even realize I was doing that.
Well, that's good. That means that she wasn't doing it on purpose.
Exactly. But still, but it makes you think, and you're like, wait a minute, because it can get inside of your head.
Yeah.
And if you don't address it and have the communication with that person, and not so much call them out, but like have that open communication, that dialogue with them of, I've kind of noticed this is kind of what I need from you, is this really what's happening? Then, like I said, she had her light bulb moment of, oh my god, I've been buying all this stuff and I didn't even realize it, and I have not been supportive of her. And since then it's turned to chicken and rice, and let's buy what's lean, and let's get, I thought you might like these little snacks with nuts and peanut butter and
that's
stuff like that. And it's totally like been a 180. So I think it's just all on communication and like awareness, so to speak, like being aware of the situation, like what's going on. Like
for me, like I talk about support groups and everything, I always get people who always like, they know that I'm on a diet, or not diet but a lifestyle eating change or whatever, and I'm trying to lose weight, and they always go, oh, just one bite of cake won't hurt you, just take one piece of this, or just, they always tell you that, and I'm like, no, I'm at my limit, I can't eat any more for today.
Yeah. And
I know they're not being mean, and they want me just to enjoy the moment with them, but sometimes I just can't. I'm like,
I have to look at it like food is literally my addiction. I have to look at it like it is a drug.
It's definitely
addictive. And I totally agree with you when you say, like, they don't realize that when they say, oh, just have one bite, hey, that might work for now, but when I go home, I'm going to want 5, 10, 15 more bites.
Going back to earlier, and maybe the earlier we talked about how you said the hell hour, that one bite can automatically become...
it snowballs very quickly.
So
it goes from the mini, literally, I've tried it so many times, it goes from the small mini candy to, oh, I'll just have a couple more, it turns into 6, and then you're into the whole bag, and then you look down and you look at all the wrappers, and you're like, I really just ate all that?
It's just like that meme you see every once in a while, said, oh, I'm here for just one beer, and then 8 tequilas later.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like, there's really...
it's like that with Jello shots with me. I can't do Jello.
You can't...
It starts with
once you light
20.
that fuse, there's an inevitable explosion. Like dynamite.
Totally.
It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. So yeah, that's just something. Family support is always key. Like, it's big.
I cannot tell you how refreshing it is to have a loving, supportive group of friends and family around you, and go to Planet Dinner and have one of them mention, well, I think we should go here because this has a lot more healthy options for this. Like, I understand that you're eating this way. Let's go here. They have higher, leaner proteins. They don't have, they have way more healthy options. And it's so great. Like, I can't explain to you the warming feeling. I've had my friend Cammie, who is a sweetheart, one of my dearest friends ever. She's totally the type that's like, oh, well, let's go here because they have more options. They have, like, salad, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's go, you know what I mean? And it's great to have them think ahead and think about your well-being in that manner.
Yeah.
And to try to keep you accountable and check you, but at the same time, realizing that you're an adult and you're going to eat whatever you want to eat and drink whatever you want to drink whenever you can do it. Like, they don't police me by any means, but they try to help guide me in the right way. And it's very warming feeling, and you know, like, I love that I have that circle of friends that are embracing and are like trying to not so much accommodate me in my lifestyle, but for lack of a better term, accommodate the lifestyle change. And it's good for them too. They realize that, hey, it's not just, we're not just benefiting Talia's lifestyle change of she doesn't need a cheeseburger, let's take her here, let's go get some lean protein for some sushi. You know what I mean?
No, it's always refreshing, and it feels good to know that they have your back.
Oh, totally.
That you can feel that.
And then it's better to then when you have that moment when you get into quote unquote hell hour, where you can go back and be like, well, I have this, I got this, I have the support system, like, I can do it, this person thinks I can do it, like, I've shown in the past I can do it. It's just staying in that mindset and trying to, like you said, trying to switch out the, well, if I don't eat this now, I can have this later, and trying to just wrap it all into one big package and make it kind of flow together with the exercise, the eating, the mindset, and the support system, just kind of getting all of it in this big ball.
I go on YouTube a lot to find a lot of cool, interesting workout ideas. Mm-hmm. So that's always been a nice tool for me.
I follow a bunch on Instagram. There's totally a bunch of girls that different like squat videos, and they all these challenges and stuff. And I like seeing the different exercises because I follow a couple of like, I follow bigger people. Like there's this one that I can't remember her name. I think it's like Mia or something like that. But she's gone from like just under 500 pounds. She's now in like the 300s. And to watch her slow progression and like doing it the right way, losing it like steadily, not doing a whole big chunk at the one time and not hitting it with the gym, and like seeing that somebody else has the same knee struggles that I have and the same oxygen because I have asthma as well, as on top of being bigger, and to, you know what I mean, to have that all incorporated into that other people are struggling with the same things. It's nice.
The only girl that I can remember off the top of my head on Instagram is the Iron Giantress. Yeah, the Iron.
I think the one lady that I follow, I think she's on Facebook, and the majority of them on Instagram are kind of more medium, like more like lifestyle coaches and stuff like that, physical or personal trainers and such.
All right, so Taliea, are you down to come back here again? Let's say in a month and just chit chat some more.
100%.
So this is basically it. We're just talking and seeing where people are and how they're feeling. And because the way I eat, I'm allowed to eat certain foods at any time, I decided to surprise Taliea with some special treat. And this is a Snickers pie from Burger King.
I didn't even know these existed. He like totally made my day. You don't even understand.
So we're going to try it. And I have never tried this. I love Snickers. I'm a fan of pie. And we're going to give our honest assessment.
I'm a big fan of the Hershey pie from Burger King, so I'm very excited to see what the whole Snicker pie is about.
It's been years since I've had a Hershey pie.
Oh, I'm all about it. I love like the little white cream filling layer.
I'm excited because...
especially if you let it thaw for like half hour, you know?
I love that Burger King is just ingenious and like... they're like, we don't care. We're going to do whatever. Their
combinations, they're matching up lately are like amazing. The Cheeto chicken fries. Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's what it looks like. Get a close-up of that there. All right. Oh, I could smell it. All right, so let's see what it tastes like. I'd probably say all right a lot too.
It looks really similar to the texture of like the Snicker ice cream bars,
which are
bomb.
Yeah, I think the Twix one is my favorite one, but I don't know how they managed to keep that caramel like liquidy when you still eat that ice cream. All right, this is the first initial bite, and let's see what it tastes like.
It's pretty good.
If I was to eat this solo without knowing it was Snickers bar, I wouldn't be able to pinpoint that it's Snickers.
I think the only thing that really gives it the hint of Snickers is it's almost like they have Snickers pieces on the top.
Yeah, that's the only part that I feel that it is
because the bottom is more of just like a peanut butter mousse, with chocolate pieces in it.
Is that the mousse? A peanut butter mousse?
Yeah, it's like a peanut butter mousse.
Yeah, if it was more of a nougat mousse.
And then they have the chocolate graham cracker crust.
Wow. It tastes good. That it does.
It's good.
But I wouldn't be able to blindfold identify this as a Snickers bar myself. Like Reese's, easily I can pinpoint that down. But this one, it's a good one. And I'd say, yeah, if you're eating food and you want to have a slice of pie, it's a yay for me.
I think it's pretty good.
But don't go expecting knockout Snickers taste, in my opinion. But
I think I'd have to second that.
It's a good pie, though. Anyways, this has been Sione with my beautiful, wonderful friend Taliea and her guest daughter.
My little chocolate nugget in her guest appearance.
Her guest appearance. Anyways, thanks for coming. I hope you come again.
Definitely. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
So,
sorry if we rambled.
We do ramble a lot. Yep. Talked about gout. Talked about... I didn't expect to talk about gout.
Yeah, that was random.
But we will see you guys.
The struggle is real.
It's very real. Let's keep... Oh, what is my saying again? Oh, wait. Like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video if you want. I don't care if you do. Cool. But it'd be nice if you did. And this is Sione keeping it 100 and keeping it real. See you guys later.
Have a good one.